G'day everyone, it's Tom from StartSomeGood. One of the most important decisions you'll make before launching your crowdfunding campaign is which crowdfunding model is right for you. Now, people choose platforms for a variety of mostly irrelevant reasons, that this one's bigger or their friend used that one or it's got a slightly cooler brand, and none of those things are really particularly relevant in terms of what's going to affect your success or failure. What will affect your outcomes significantly is which model you choose, and this is what should inform your choice of platform. There are two key models in crowdfunding: all or nothing and keep what you raise. Now, in both cases, you'll have to set a specific financial target and give yourself a set amount of time to reach that target. Let's say you need to raise $20,000 and you give yourself 30 days. The key difference, however, is that in all or nothing, you have to reach that $20,000 goal. You may have $4,000 in pledges, say, within the 30 days. You don't get to receive those pledges because you haven't reached the goal. In keep what you raise, you do get to keep those pledges. So that sounds great, right? And when you first explain these models to people and ask them, what are you attracted to? What are you planning to use? A lot of people are going to choose keep what they raise initially, because they're going to be thinking, well, I don't want to lose those $4,000 under that scenario. But the question you should really be asking yourself is, what's going to help you reach your $20,000? Because $4,000 is nice, but what you really need is $20,000 to launch to do what you're saying you're going to do, to actually implement your project to make a difference in the world. And there is no question whatsoever that all or nothing is more likely to help you reach your $20,000 target than keep what you raise. And the reason is quite simple. By having that definitive all or nothing target, you're able to provide people with total clarity as to what their money is going to make possible. And you're able to reduce the risks for them of investing in your new idea. So when I explain these models to people and I get them to imagine themselves as the fundraiser, and I ask them, which of these models are you more attracted to using? Most people instinctively choose keep what you raise because it's less risky, right? At least you're going to have some money left. But then flip it around. Instead of imagining yourself as the fundraiser, imagine yourself as the donor. And now imagine I'm pitching my idea to you, and you have to decide whether you're going to back my idea. So let's explore. Let's say my idea is I want to launch a social enterprise food truck to create employment opportunities for people who are homeless or at risk of homelessness. So what's my all or nothing pitch? My pitch is, I need $20,000 to launch this truck. With your help, we can create a great new social enterprise in Sydney that will create employment opportunities for people currently at risk of homelessness. I need $20,000 to make this happen, and guess what? If I don't reach $20,000, I'm not going to take your money. I'm only going to take your funds if I can follow through and deliver the project that I have promised you. Versus, hi everyone, I'm trying to launch a social enterprise food truck and I need $20,000. I'd like you to chip in. But no matter what happens, I'm going to keep your money. Even if I can't launch the food truck, even if I only have a fraction of the budget I need and I can't even afford to buy the truck, I'm still going to keep your money. Now, which of those models are you more attracted to? For most people, it's the all or nothing model. Because while choosing all or nothing feels riskier to you as the fundraiser, the truth is no one cares about what feels risky to you. All that matters is what feels more or less risky to your potential donors. And all or nothing will feel riskier to you, but will feel less risky for every single person thinking about donating to your campaign. When you choose keep what you raise, the risk that you're avoiding, it doesn't disappear. You're just pushing that outwards onto all your potential donor, making it harder for them to believe in you, harder for them to take that leap into backing you. Now, that may not matter so much if what you're doing is just a charity project that gives things away, that gives, let's say, a free lunch to homeless people at Christmas. You may want to give out 1,000 lunches, but you only reach half the funds, you give out 500. You have a quarter of the money, you give out 250. It's okay, it kind of works on any level. No matter how much money you raised, you're able to do some good with that money. But it's very different if you're launching an entrepreneurial project like a food truck. If I reach half my fundraising goal for my food truck, I don't get to launch half the truck and create half the jobs. I don't get to launch anything because I haven't met the minimum threshold I need to make that happen. And so that's why I believe it's so important that if your project has that real world threshold, that you commit yourself to that threshold and you give that certainty and that guarantee to your potential donors. And when you do, it'll make it much more likely that they're willing to back you. And that's why all or nothing platforms have on average a 400% higher success rate than equivalent keep what you raise platforms. So choose wisely.